Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to The Impeccable Investor. Books are a man's best friend. They don't complain and they do not demand anything. They just provide valuable information, using which we can always make our lives easier. Bill Gates is one of the richest, successful, and hardworking people around the world. He founded Microsoft but has come a long way from just a program developer. He is now a business magnate, a really smart investor, and a person having knowledge of many disciplines around the world. How did he come such a long way? The answer is very simple. He sustained his habit of reading books, and look how that has paid him. Today we will look at 10 books that are Bill's favorite, and he encourages everyone to read them. 7 Eves, Neal Stephenson. This novel revolves around how human life responds to the end of life on Earth, how the human race is expected to respond when Earth has no more life to offer and apocalyptic events take hold of the planet. For every sci-fi lover out there, this book is a must-read. Even if you're not a sci-fi lover, you can always read this book and get insanely hooked on it. How Not to Be Wrong, The Power of Mathematical Thinking, Jordan Elenberg. This next book is written by a mathematician who explains the role of maths in our daily lives. He explains how maths is the universal language of the universe, and everything happening in the universe can be disintegrated to mathematical laws and equations. He further adds that we do maths in our daily lives without even realizing. A must-read for the people who love to analyze what's happening around them in depth. Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, Yuval Noah Harari. I have personally read this book, and it is one of the best books one can read. This book revolves around the evolution of mankind, how far we have come, how far we have yet to go, and how we will get there. This book really sends a shiver down your spine, just by highlighting the fact that we are accelerating at such a fast rate in the face of evolution. The Power to Compete, Ryoichi Mikitani and Hiroshi Mikitani. The next book revolves around Japan. It discusses the fact that Japan was a juggernaut in the 1980s and then was eclipsed by its competitors in South Korea and China. This book begs the question that if this can happen to Japan, it can also happen to any other country in the world, and lays out a plan to revitalize Japan's economic situation. The Vital Question, Nick Lane. This book is a must-read for all people who ponder over questions such as, where did we come from? Where are we going? How will we get there? This book is written by a British biologist who highlights the role of energy in the evolution of mankind. Business Adventures, 12 Classic Tales from the World of Wall Street, John Brooks. Warren Buffett gave this book to Bill Gates, and although Brooks was writing in the 1960s, his principles to running a successful business are timeless and still valid today. Bill Gates read this book decades ago, and it is still his favorite business book ever. He encourages everyone to read this book to develop a financial mindset. The Great Gatsby, F. Scott Fitzgerald. For those of you who have seen the movie, know how grand the plot is. Well folks, the book is 1,000 times better than the movie, so make sure you give it a read. This is the novel Bill rereads the most. Bill and Melinda have a favorite line in the novel, and they are so fond of it, they have it painted on a wall in their house. The line goes as, his dream must have seemed so close that he could hardly fail to grasp it. Parenting with Love and Logic, Foster Cline and Jim Fay. As Bill and Melinda are proud parents of 3 children, they spent a lot of time reading this book. This book provides valuable lessons on how to raise your children. The couple strongly encourages new parents to read this book so that they have a better understanding of how to raise their children. Sustainable Energy Without the Hot Air, David J.C. McKay. As the world is exhausting its renewable energy resources, it is about time we find an alternative to not fail in an energy crisis and add a few more years to our planet. Bill recommends this book to everyone who wants to make a change and make the earth a healthier place. The Better Angels of Our Nature, Steven Pinker. This book actually brings people together. It shows that violence and chaos has a decreasing trend, both in the long and short run. Bill heavily emphasizes people to read this book to make them understand that the world is not as bad as they perceive it to be. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.